Hi guys, it's me Joy and I'm going to share my May Hobonichi flip through. Since I wasn't doing the Hobonichi challenge this month, I had no clue what to do with this page. So I just wrote a bunch of things I was currently into or my favorite moments of May. Nothing groundbreaking or special. And before I continue, I make a ton of references to Infinity War again. I pretty much talk about it constantly throughout the month, so if you do not want any spoilers, I just stop watching now and come back later. I also make references to Deadpool 2, so you know what to do. May 1, I went to see Infinity War again. This time with my mom and brother. This is one of my favorite lines in the movie. It's like a pirate had a baby with an angel. I was looking through my stash and I found this washi I had that was designed by the infamous April Wu or Penguins Creative on Instagram. It's so cute! And you can actually color it with color pencils, which is pretty cool. May 2nd. I tried this cookie that I got from my decorated mess, but I think I ate it wrong. Maybe it would have been better if I had it with a cup of tea or something. If so, then whoops! I wrote a bunch of Infinity War theories that I've been hearing and have even formulated a bunch of my own theories. I want to watch it again, but I'll just wait until the digital comes out. Be patient, Joy, be patient. May 3, my husband is the cutest. I think he noticed that I've been kind of fangirling over bearded men lately, so he started growing his own beard. All on his own, by the way. I didn't even tell him to. He even Googled pictures of Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth and studied their pictures to see if they shaved their necks. Because he said his was getting itchy. Just reason number 1,700,000 why I love him so much. Also, taro pies were back. They're gone now. But I have to get at least one when McDonald's has them, when they release them. May 4. May the 4th be with you. My feed was blowing up with all the Star Wars posts. It was also my cousin Abby, my little cousin Abby's birthday. Well, maybe she's not so little anymore, but she'll still be my little Abby. I bought some lei making materials for my brother's graduation. I decided to make him a candy lei just because I'm sure that he'll get tons of kukui nut and ribbon leis and money leis and regular leis. So I was like, I'm gonna get him candy leis because, he likes candy. I also got a duck floater for him. This was during the time of the initial Kilauea eruptions. Our friends in the mainland were really worried about us, especially since the ones who have come to visit know that we live near a mountain. So they assumed that it was the one that was, erupting. Don's mom was especially nervous, so we sent them a map. We sent them a map of where the actual volcano was, which is here on this island, which is the big island. And we are actually here on Oahu, which is pretty far away. Like, this isn't even to scale because there's more space between here and here. Thank you so much for all the concerned messages I got. We're definitely out of harm's way, so don't worry. May 5th. It's the revenge of the 5th. Nothing much happened aside from me cooking one of Don's favorite dinners, which is meatloaf with mashed potatoes and broccoli. We also rewatched the Iron Man movies just because we were on this Marvel Easter egg finding obsession. I felt really ick this day. No real reason. There are just times in the month where I feel so blah, and this month has been a very blah month for me. May 6. Another one of my favorite lines in Infinity War. Oh my gosh, this is the best one. Don said some really funny things to Mochi. Mochi was demanding kitty treats very vocally. So Don says to him, "Just because you're fuzzy doesn't mean you're Prince Harry." This is also the time of the royal wedding, so it fit. And another favorite was, "Just because you're a Black Panther doesn't make you the king of Wakanda." Oh my gosh. We also watched Donald Glover on SNL. He's awesome. I loved his new song and music video for This Is America. Oh my gosh. He has so much talent. May 7, I watercolored Mochi in what I like to call his heart pose. He lies on his back and puts his paws like this. Like he makes a heart. It's so cute. And I wrote about analog type things, thinking about notebooks I've been using this year and what I want to change and all that fun analog stuff. May 8. So I was talking to Melody, who is just Melody here on YouTube, and she alerted me to some news about that last scene with Groot and Rocket in Infinity War. As you know, Groot's only line is, "I am Groot," and people around him just translate for him. So James Gunn, the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy series, confirmed that Groot's actual last words to Rocket were, wait for it, "Dad!" or "Dad." Oh man, this is totally me when I was reading that text. The movie was heartbreaking as it is, and now this? No! I did some meal prep, and I decided that I wanted cantaloupe, and boy was it sweet and yummy. Don swore that he saw a hummingbird at work, but I don't think there are any in Hawaii, so I looked it up and it could possibly have been a moth that acts like a hummingbird. May 9, Don and I binge watched Tracy Morgan's new show called The Last OG. We really liked it. So the volcano has been in the news nonstop, and it always makes me giggle when they say volcano fissures. No idea why, but it makes me think of when cats lick their butt stars. It's like their very own fissures, if you will. I don't know why. I just think about it that way. Like, won't you cat stop licking your fissure? May 10. I drew a Moana-inspired picture of Madame Pele, who is the Hawaiian goddess of fire. My cousin said that she was super cute and not at all intimidating, and I did that on purpose because I do not want her to be mad at me if I drew her in a scary way. I also drew my favorite snack at the moment, which has been yogurt raisins. I actually like the yogurt craisins better, but they don't come individually packaged. And I like eating it with pretzels or granola and almonds. And eating them with peanuts is pretty cool because it kind of tastes like a deconstructed PB&J, if you will. May 11. This was the day of my brother's convocation. It was definitely one of my proudest big sister moments. He received this engineer ring that he's supposed to wear on his pinky finger. But he ended up losing it that night. And he still hasn't found it, by the way. After the ceremony, we wanted to have Japanese food for dinner, but the wait was almost an hour long, so we ended up eating at Chili's instead. You know, Chili's baby back ribs. I didn't have the ribs, I had sliders, which I pathetically watercolored here. And it was so late, I was like, you know what, I want to go to sleep now, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Just leave it alone, Joy. On this side, I used one of these paper bags that I've been hoarding, and I slipped in the program from the ceremony. May 12. This was the day of my brother's graduation from college. Oh my gosh! It was such an exciting day. And I love graduation season anyway. I love seeing all the happy, hopeful, shiny new graduates. And I love seeing everyone getting laid. You know, laid as in with the lei, not the other thing. It's one of my favorite Hawaii traditions, getting laid at graduation. Oh, it's the best. We got a perfect spot to see my brother, and I brought snacks, which was a good thing because everybody was hungry while we were in there. And I found these weird cookie mochi things that were on sale at Long's, which is a drugstore, and nobody liked them. They had the weirdest texture, but let's face it, the real star of the show was Mia. Look at that face! Oh my gosh! And her pigtails! She's growing so fast. So afterwards, we went to a Chinese restaurant where my nephew, who recently turned 21, got to bless his ID. We sent him to the grocery store next door to buy some beer, and his mom ended up telling him that he couldn't even drink a single drop of that alcohol. We also ate a lot of broccoli. Antioxidants, as my uncles tell me. May 13. This was Mother's Day. I got my mom a bouquet of flowers that she loved. We started the festivities with church, where I found out that we have a new priest. Then for breakfast, we went to this restaurant that my parents frequent called Breakers, and I got a Hala Eva fried rice with fried eggs. Then later that night, my brother ended up cooking dinner for everyone. Salmon and steak with a special wasabi garlic butter compound. So good! We have an outdoor cat that loves following us around. We named her Pokey because it looks like something poked her in the eye. My dad was so impressed with this little cat that he ended up giving her sashimi and sent some home for Mochi too. He enjoyed it. May 14. Nothing much to report, so I drew a fat character and a skinny character. I honestly don't remember where Sugarfoot is from, but I thought it was a cute term. It's supposed to mean like sweetheart or a kind soul. But on the flip side, it also is slang for diabetes. May 15. As you can tell, not a lot happening these days, so I just drew a bunch of pandas. All I did was just make lots of circles and then add the faces. I found out that a group of pandas are called an embarrassment of pandas. I love it! Your embarrassment. May 16. Beard update. Here's a picture of Don's beard. It's the best. We like to call it a rainbow beard. It has like white, gray, reddish brown even, and dark brown colorings. He said the reddish brown is from his Irish background. This was also the day of the popular debate of Laurel versus Yanni. I personally heard Yanni the first time. Don heard both. What did you guys hear? Leave a comment down below. And lastly, it was my dog cousin, Charlie, his birthday. He even had a pup cake, which is like a cupcake for dogs. And he was all decked out in like Notre Dame gear. So cute. May 17. This was a cool looking insert that came with the Sailor brush pen I got in the stationery selection box that I just decided to randomly stick in here. My cousin's best friend Janice. Her name is Janice, but we call her Janice because of a funny story that happened in January. But anyway, she has a bunch of Frenchies and one of them had puppies, and it was a Bijou factory, and Bijou is my dog niece. We told my cousin to take one since she's been wanting a dog for a while now. She's the one that just got married in January. But anyway, my uncle found out that she was thinking about getting one of these puppies, and he said, "No, I don't want a dog. I want an Apu." And Apu means grandchild. My family is relentless when it comes to making us have babies. I tried out the Copper Cup turmeric latte. I made it with milk, cinnamon, and clove. It didn't turn out so great. It came out kind of chunky. I think next time I'll try making it on the stove. Maybe that'll help dissolve the spices better. I did it in the microwave for this one. May 18. We saw Deadpool 2 for date day. I had a ton to say about it, as you can see. All good things. I love the theme song that Celine Dion sang. It was on repeat for May, for sure. Also, can we talk about this amazing new superhero named Peter? Fun fact, I was reading this article, or maybe it was in a video. Anyway, apparently when Ryan Reynolds and the rest of the writing team were looking for new superheroes to add to their script, they were looking through a catalog, if you will, of cheap superheroes that they could get. And they ended up creating Peter. They ended up creating the Peter character instead because they couldn't find like someone just right. I think that's so awesome. And also, next time someone asks me what I would like my superpower to be, it would definitely be the power of being lucky, like Domino in Deadpool 2. That was such a cool power. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. May 19. Yay, it's crafty date day with my crafty bestie Steph, which I covered her face because, you know, we want to respect people's privacy. But she is Sweet Aloha Girl on Instagram and I think also on YouTube. We went to the Lanai, which is this kind of newish food court place in Ala Moana. I got there and there were tons of people, which was weird because it was so early. I later found out that they were there collecting Pokemon. I was like, is that still a thing? I guess so. I brought my stationery selection box with me to unbox it, Steph, so that she could see what a typical month looks like in person. I had some soba noodles from this place called Sobaya, and I didn't really like it. I felt like the noodles were kind of mushy. They were too soft. I like my noodles al dente. We split one of these cute strawberry cream-filled Necco things from Brug. Is that how to say it? Brug? It's too cute to eat. We just took pictures of it the most of the time. Later that day, I went to my aunt's house to celebrate my grandma's 29th birthday. She is one of my favorite people in the world. I'm so grateful to get to celebrate another year in her life. It was also the first time she got to meet Mia. She's so cute. I wrote Judd's K here because my grandma used to work as a cleaning lady for a judge named Judge K, but because of her heavy Filipino accent, she pronounced it as Judd's K. And it became this inside joke between my cousins and I. Not much went on May 20th. So I just used up the page and I did listen to a lot of music. So here are some songs on my playlist that day. May 21. We had another party. My grandma's only living male cousin came down from Los Angeles to visit and attend my grandma's birthday, so we decided to have a small party at my parents' house since his daughters and his grandkids were going around the island and would make it their last stop. Don was super happy because he finally was able to attend his first family gathering since my cousin's wedding back in January. He works weekends, so he misses a lot of these now, which is pretty sad. But before the party, we went to pick up my brother's girlfriend and some sashimi. We also stopped by to get a taco snack and watermelon. Agua fresca, my favorite. My brother showed me his Twitch broadcasting mega desk rig. So cool. I love his microphone stand. So when the guests arrived, the younger generation, we ended up staying inside and watching Ragnarok again. It was also Mia's first visit to my parents' house, so my mom sent her home with a bag of rice that she's supposed to eat when she starts eating solid foods. I'm not entirely clear on the Filipino superstition, but apparently she's supposed to drink the little bit of water left when you cook rice or something like that. I don't really know. May 22. Some personal things going on that I can't really share at this moment. I ended up watching Jurassic World with my mom at my house while eating pretzels. Hold on to your butts. And I love this sticker by Once More With Love. It's so hilarious. It's that meme with the salty old lady. And that was perfect because I wasn't really salty that day or anything, but we were eating pretzels and, you know, pretzels are salty. May 23. Like I said, I was completely obsessed with the song from Deadpool 2, so that's what this is. So the reason why I drew Chewbacca here with Mochi is because I was watching press tour videos of the cast from Solo, which was the newest Star Wars movie, and there was a part where the actor who plays Chewbacca does his Chewbacca voice, and the cutest thing happened with Mochi. He answered him. He like did his little bird chirp, which kind of sounds like Chewbacca. My cousin Abby, who is like 12 years old, evaluated my Instagram feed because I guess that's what kids do nowadays. But she was nice and she said, "Wow, so aesthetic." Oh, made me feel better. May 24. One of my favorite shows ended, which is The Middle. I never even gave this show a chance when it first came out, but when Dawn started watching reruns, we ended up loving it so much. I drew the cast. I really loved how they ended it too. It was a very satisfying series finale. I felt like I knew that these characters were going to be okay, if that makes sense. May 25th. We ran a bunch of errands. We bought a bunch of pre-made food because we knew that we would be out of the house. I ended up also getting those old school meadow gold ice cream cups that come with a wooden spoon and is like just plain vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce. And it totally brought me back to my elementary school days when we'd have it for someone's birthday. The rest of the evening consisted of laundry and watching Jurassic World again, but this time with Dawn. We decided to also watch the original Jurassic Park, just because. Spare no expense. May 26. I tried this new flavor of that Sigis brand, this time mango. I didn't really care for it. I tasted zero mango. The coconut one is way better. I've been falling way behind on my 100-day project. I've just been super exhausted lately. Like, so tired all the time. May 27, this was the day of my cousin's confirmation. Keiko! We had to drive all the way to the other side of the island. I must say, though, I'm incredibly jealous of their church's music department. Department? Is that the right word? They got like ukuleles and drums, and we got nothing. We got old school like organs, you know, the piano organ things. Is that what it's called? Organs, right? It's called organs. After mass, we had lunch at this place called Gokoku, and it was okay. I had the tempura omusubi, and the rice was a little bit mushy, and the nori was a bit tough. And that's not a good combo because when you bite into it, like all the rice like squeezes out like a tube of toothpaste. But later we went to Bubby's for mochi ice cream. We had to take advantage because it's like the last location left. I also tried printing the pictures on gray paper to see how it looks, and I kind of like it actually. I might do this again. May 28th. Memorial Day! Tried a different illustration style here. So we didn't end up really doing anything. We did go get burgers for dinner though. It's also a tough day for Don overall since he did lose some of his friends when he was in Iraq. It's usually Memorial Day and the day that they actually died are what I like to call Don's dark days, like in Gilmore Girls. May 29. This is a very rough day for me. I've been having issues with my eyelids lately. My dermatologist says it's eczema and is kind of iffy about prescribing what she usually does, which is steroid cream. And one of the side effects of steroid cream is it kind of makes your skin even more sensitive and it thins it out, which is horrible for your eyelids as it is already thin. So she told me to try maybe allergy testing or some like natural methods before we try medication. May 30. Don really wanted pandas, as in Panda Express, not pandas. There was a new one that opened up and I agreed to go because I knew that they had like this giant blow up panda thing for their opening day promotions. But it was gone already. It wasn't even open a week yet. And why did they take down the giant panda? I also got some stickers in the mail. This is the one. This one is hilarious. It's like the California flag, but instead they put a boar on it instead of a bear. May 31. I found out that apparently my auntie, who is a nurse, knows how to pierce ears. And she wanted to pierce Mia's ears. But her pediatrician said nope, she is too young. She has to get all her vaccinations first. Don got me this chocolate bread thing that I used to eat a lot in the mainland. It tastes like Daiso to me because that's where I used to buy it. There's this website that's being promoted a lot by iHeartRadio and it's graduationplaylist.com. What it is you put the year you graduated and it will generate a playlist for you to help you reminisce for those days or feel nostalgia for those days. So we did that and spent the entire night singing old late 90s, early 2000s alternative rock. It was glorious. Some notable songs: Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall by Oasis, of course. Wherever You Will Go, The Reason, Drops of Jupiter, and Goo Goo Dolls, Name, Iris. It was a fun night. So that's it. That was May. And my book is so bad. I don't know. Should I do a VEC next year? I don't know. I have a lot of time to decide, but we're not even halfway through the year yet. Well, almost halfway through the year, but you imagine this doubled. But it's like I want it in one book, but it's getting harder to actually write in it. So I've been putting like another book underneath so that it kind of balances out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye, guys. Oh, and also subscribe to my brother's girlfriend, Janelle's Mine. I'll link her down below because she got some good content coming up. No pressure, Janelle.